This video that I'm showing you on the screen right now looks like a real creator. But the thing is, everything about this video was fully generated with AI. Online right now, there's a huge buzz around AI UGC, and there's a good reason for it. It's taking over the e-commerce space. Brands are quietly using AI UGC to test what works faster, find winners, and scale quicker than ever before, all while being a fraction of the cost and time of traditional UGC creators. For a bit of context, my name's Marley. I run Klyr Flow. We're an AI UGC agency helping e-commerce brands scale their meta output. We create really high quality AI UGC videos and handle the entire creative pipeline for our clients. That way they can actually focus on scaling instead of getting the creatives done. So what is AI UGC really? To understand it, we need to understand first traditional UGC. UGC stands for user generated content. Think of any video online where a creator is reviewing a product. That's basically what a UGC video is. Obviously there's different meanings and different formats, but for a general consensus, a creator reviews a product, that brand uses it for an ad, they make sales. However, there's some big caveats to this. Traditional UGC creators are slow, expensive, and unreliable. It could literally take you 2 weeks to get one video from a creator. By the time you send out the product, get them to film with it, go through revisions, get it posted through your Meta Ads account. If you're a media buyer or an e-commerce founder watching this, then you can really understand how long it could actually take to get this content done and through the ad account. And by the time you've run the ad, the angle's already dead. You should have been testing other formats and you're already falling behind your competitors. AI UGC is generally the fix to this because it's cheaper, it's faster, but at the moment, a lot of the AI UGC tools are completely just self-serve. So you're kind of getting worse outputs because there's no direct systems put in place for your specific types of content. But look, in today's video, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna rank each AI UGC tool by how helpful I think it is. That way you could actually make a decision on how to get your AI UGC done. All right, let's get to it. Ranking some of the top AI UGC tools that you could be using in 2026 to create e-commerce content. All right, first up, we've got HeyGen. So HeyGen is built a bit more for corporate. It's not necessarily the best when it comes to AI UGC, especially for meta ads. The avatars are really polished, but that polish kind of works against them because obviously for native UGC content, it needs to look natural and as if it's shot on an iPhone directly. It can't look too specced out like it's filmed on a camera. And as well as that, it needs to be a bit more free with what the models can say, do, how they interact with the product and the environment. And when your customers are watching these sort of videos, they can tell they're AI, so the reception isn't great. So it's not really a good thing to use for AI UGC in your ads. So just purely for those reasons, we're gonna put HeyGen in the D tier. All right, next up is ArcAds. ArcAds is a good platform. However, it's quite expensive for what you're getting. The content is okay. At certain times, you can tell it's really just done with AI. But I think overall, definitely this tool deserves to be a bit higher, obviously, than HeyGen. So we're going to rank this inside of the B tier. All right, so now we're on to Make UGC. So this platform is a bit more entry level. It's good for getting the basic job done and basic testing done. In this platform, there's no built-in editor. The lip syncing at times is definitely off. Character features kind of warp here and there as well, from what I've found in my tests. It's definitely functional. It's just not very polished. Overall, I'd say this is like kind of the Honda Civic. It's reliable and it can get you around, but obviously it's not the best on the market. So for that reason, we're going to be ranking it in the C tier. All right, next we've got Creatify. Creatify is definitely an interesting platform. It's really good at pushing out volume really quickly. It's got built-in editors and it's got a good knowledge of how videos should be structured. However, their AI content just isn't really up to par from what I've seen. The models are really easy to distinguish that it is AI. The voiceovers are actually pretty good. And the features they have around dropping a URL in and it can do everything for you, the scripting, whatever, that is also really great, especially when you're getting started out and you just kind of want to have a mess around. But definitely it lacks that kind of premium feeling. It kind of just feels like it's been chucked together at times. But I think definitely it kind of lacks that premium feeling that some of these other platforms give you. It feels like it kind of just chucks things at the wall until they stick. But overall, I'm still going to rate this within that B tier. All right, so next we have API. If you don't know what an API is, then I'd suggest just Googling it, but the basic explanation for this context is it's basically using your own prompting and your own systems, and you're just pulling directly from the source. So all these platforms that we've just gone over, they pull from APIs. So they pull from seedance or Kling or Image Model 2 with GPT, or they pull from Nano Banana. They're just pulling together all the APIs and giving you some systems to help you create the content. But with API, you're fully out on your own, which sounds a bit scary, but however, it's actually way cheaper. To use an API, you're just paying as you go. So you're spending less money and you're only spending as much as you actually need to. So basically with these other platforms, the way they make their money is they charge you a monthly fee, and most users probably wouldn't even get close to using that much usage anyway. So in that discrepancy, that's where they make their money. However, with API, you can literally pay as you go. So some of the top APIs that I would recommend are definitely seedance, Nano Banana, GPT Image 2, Kling, Sora used to be really good, that's gone now. But there's a bunch of different models, and there's different models inside of those ones that I just told you about. There's submodels and stuff like that. So maybe in another video, I'll break down what models are actually the best to work. But for now, those few suggestions could really work well for you. But API gives you an unlimited ceiling because you can make as much content or as little content as you want, and you just pay as you go. So for that reason, I'm going to be placing it at the A tier. All right, last but not least, we have Klyr Flow. At Klyr Flow, we're a complete pipeline AI UGC agency, meaning if you're an e-commerce founder or a media buyer, we take everything off your hands and use our proprietary systems to create AI UGC like what you're seeing on the screen. We've spent months and thousands of dollars refining our systems. That way we're able to create the most realistic AI UGC on the market currently. We want to help e-commerce founders and media buyers like yourself be able to create the volume that you need to scale your meta ads. Because the biggest thing holding you back from actually scaling your e-commerce brand is your ad creatives. In this video, I've shown you a bunch of these self-serve tools, which are awesome if you want to have a play around and try and figure it out yourself. If you've clicked on this video, then you want a problem solved, which is AI UGC. And at Klyr Flow, we literally bridge that gap. And look, it sounds a bit biased, but I'm going to have to put Klyr Flow at the S tier because of that. Now, if the little spiel I've just given you about Klyr Flow interests you, what I want you to do is click on the klyrflow.com link in the bio of this video and watch the 5-minute short video explaining exactly what we do and how we do it. Because the thing is, if you're an e-commerce founder wanting to scale your brand, you need to scale your meta output. So if that sounds like you, click on that link and watch that short video. And if you're really interested, go through some of our questions and book in a call. But for the rest of you that just want to learn about AI UGC, this tier ranking will give you a really good idea of what tools to play around with. At the top, we've got Klyr Flow. At A tier, we've got API, which is my best recommendation for those freelancers who just want to pay as they go and not be limited by the caps of platforms. Then next, we've got Arcads and Creatify. Following that, we've got Make UGC. And finally, we've got HeyGen. Look guys, I'm going to be making a lot more videos about this AI UGC stuff, so if there's any questions you want answered, make sure to leave them below. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.